a good thing that I stay so close to Summit Racing, man. I needed this tool to get my clutch installed. Thank God for Summit. They got me this part in about 2 days, man. I needed this to get my clutch installed on my 2013 Dodge Challenger, and it's here. So guess what we finna do? Get the clutch installed. God is everything. Without God, I'm nothing. All right, guys, so if you remember in a few videos, I said that I had got a little bit of surface rust on my surfaces, and that all I was gonna do was just lightly just scuff them and just try to get some of that rust off. So I got a Scotch-Brite, and that's what I'm finna do. Super hot out here. What y'all think? I know y'all still say that's just surface rust. You can't even feel it. I promise. What y'all think? I think it's fine. I think it's fine. It's a clutch. It's gonna grind up against it. So we gonna run it. I'm gonna go ahead and we finna go up on the car, and I'm finna get this little thing stuck up in there, and I'm gonna get this stuff lined up. I'm gonna go to bolting this stuff together. Come on. Alright guys, I got y'all propped up under the car, man. The best I can put y'all. And we're on the hill with the flywheel. Yeah, flywheel. We're up on the hill with the flywheel. And I got a washer down here. I don't know where this washer come from. Alright guys, so I'm gonna say in advance, excuse me for not knowing what I'm doing, because I didn't take this out. So this is finna literally be a guessing game for me. So I know that gotta go in now. After a clutch, I'm gonna try to keep these clutches just like they were. Alright, so here's this. And I think this went on all the small ones, I think. That's the clutch. Come on now. Dang, is it a certain way this thing goes? Cause I can't get it to line up now. Lock washer. I should have took a picture of this stuff, man. Alright guys, so this is where the part where you take this little tool and you stick this in there, and that centers everything. Alright guys, let me get y'all in here for a better look. That is it. My sockets are too wide, so I can't fit them around to torque those down, and I only got a 1/2 inch torque wrench, so I got to either get another torque wrench or I got to get a thin walled 15mm. So that's gonna put that to a halt today. But we also do have another issue, and that issue is this gas in this tank. So let's go around, and number one, let's figure out how much gas is in this car, and then let's see how we're gonna get it out. All right guys, got my little Schumacher. You probably can't see it back, that's too dark, but I got that back there and it is on. So let's get in here and switch this thing and see how much gas is in it. This is a gas hand over here. So man, this thing got over a half a tank of gas in it. Alright, well that ain't good. Alright guys, so we gotta figure out how we're gonna get all that gas out of there, at least most of it out. So anyway, y'all guys hold tight. Let me put a play together. Alright guys, coming back in, right? So I did some research on the gas situation, and I don't know if this is the right way, but what I was gonna do is I was gonna take the fuel pump. Fuel pump is up on the back seat in this car. I think they are up under the back seat on most of your newer cars now. So I was gonna take the back seat out, and I was gonna try to get the gas out of that way. Possibly pull the whole thing out, stick something in there, and just I got a little thing from Harbor Freight that'll suction it out. That's probably what I was gonna end up doing, but then I just said, hey, let me just see if I can just open the cap and then just smell down in there and see what the gas smells like. The gas to me still smells like it's still at a good octane. I think it'll still burn. So what I'm gonna do is leave the gas alone. I have the bell housing down here on the ground somewhere right there. Bell housing down here, bell housing bolts. Luckily, who took it out, he labeled everything for me. So this is gonna be a little bit easier than what I thought. Won't be so much of a guessing game. I have the clutch tightened up. My new torque wrench, whatever you want to call it, torque wrench came in, and I torqued down the bolts. I even bought a little thing what you sticking out to check the clearance, to make sure there's the correct amount of clearance. I had to make sure that was 0.25 whatever filler gauge. I had to make sure that the clearances was correct and everything like that. Everything looked good to me. So the clutch is done, clutch is in. I'm getting ready to bolt the bell housing back up. Man, listen, I won't record all this stuff for you because I know this stuff is probably just a little bit on the boring side, man. So what I'm gonna do is finish this up, and once I get ready to do the initial startup on this thing, man, I will bring y'all back in. We will see if this thing will start. I know I need a battery, but I do got a jump pack. So, all right, man, checking back in. We still working on the 2013 Dodge Challenger. I told y'all I wasn't gonna check back in until I got ready to fire this thing up. It's still up in the air, but the trans is back in it. I'm gonna slide y'all up under there, and I'm gonna show y'all what all we bought, what all we did, everything, man. So y'all get ready for it. All right, man, coming up to the car. Nothing new here. I took the little thing off that said 5.7 Hemi. If you know anything about these cars, you can tell this is a 5.7 Hemi. I did buy a Jegs transmission jack to help me get this thing in here. I think I showed y'all that I replaced that. And I'm gonna slide up under here. I got this exhaust pipe with the cap. And I got to blow this dirt out of there. I know y'all can't see it. I got to blow that dirt out of there. New battery. Y'all know the battery's in the back of these, so had to put a new battery in it. Slide up under here and show y'all what I got so far up under here, man. Y'all hold. Alright, man, so if y'all looking, you see cross member back in, bottom of the trans, and then there go the trans and bell housing. Everything up here is done. I'm getting ready to bolt up just the front part of the exhaust to quiet this thing down a little bit. I got the clutch back up. The clutch has fluid in it. Man, I didn't know that these clutches was like a self-bleeding system, and that you don't have to bleed them, because I got a 97 Honda, and it takes two people to bleed that clutch, or you can get the little, the little thing to bleed it. But yeah, it definitely takes you and something or somebody else to bleed it on that Honda. But anyway, all that's up there is done. Let's go to the inside of the car. All right, inside the car, y'all can see shifter basically back. Get this thing in neutral. First, I think that's first. I don't know. But anyway, instead of going back with the factory shifter, I'm gonna put this short shifter that I've been bought years ago. I'm gonna put this in here, and as y'all can see, it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 says F and fast. And as you can see, reverse. So I just gotta find a way to secure this boot around it, and we're gonna get this bolted in, and we're gonna get a start up on this thing, man. Let y'all hear what she sound like. This thing hasn't been started up in 2 years, so I'll be hearing it too. All right, guys, before I jump straight into this startup, man, let me give y'all a quick backstory on how we got here, right? So I was driving the car one day, and I couldn't downshift. I was trying to get back into like second gear, or no, I was trying to get into first gear.
trying to get in the first gear, and I couldn't get in the fifth gear. So when I got first gear to grind in, and I couldn't get in the fifth. So got first to work, go first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and then fifth wouldn't work, but I could go straight into sixth. And I said, oh man, I must need a clutch. So check around a few places, and I mean, bro, the prices was ridiculous. On top of the price of the clutch, because I wanted to upgrade the clutch to a McLeod clutch, and at the time that clutch might have been about $1,500. So I bought the $1,500 clutch without even consulting with, without even checking it myself, pulling the transmission out, checking the clutch myself, nothing. Just assume it's the clutch and go straight with it. Spend $1,500 on the clutch. The mistake I made is that it wasn't the clutch. It ended up being the pilot bearing failing and the input shaft getting damaged, and the, you know, the pilot bearing wasn't making good contact with it because it had grinded it up. And that's how we got here. So this car sat for 2 years, like I told y'all in the previous video. Let's see what we get. Brand new battery, starter's on now, got some exhaust on it. Full exhaust isn't on it, it's still straight pipe, so it's probably still gonna sound like crap. But let's see what we get. I did put some stuff in it to preserve the gas though, so I don't think the gas should be an issue. So let's get it cranked. Y'all know I'm paranoid when I crank stuff up, when I hadn't cranked it up in a long time, because I done had stuff try to catch on fire on me. Y'all know. But anyway, I'm gonna get y'all propped up, and we're gonna try to get it started up, man. Y'all hold tight. Y'all see it, man. Y'all hear it. Running like a brand new car. This thing only has 74,000 miles on it. So this is, I mean, like I said, this is practically a new car. Well, I won't say that, but 70,000 miles. I hated to sit it down, man, but at the time I didn't want to part ways with the money. So I found a cheaper solution, and that's where we at. Now, let's talk about these lights. I thought these was the same color until I put them in. I put them in and they was the wrong color. I ain't feel like taking them out, so that's why they two different colors. Don't worry about that though. But man, I'm so happy to have this car back running. It sounds, oh man, it sounds fantastic, man. Basically sounds like a Hemi, man. Let me give y'all a better, closer up on this engine. Sounds basically like a Hemi. Y'all know how a Hemi sounds. Matter of fact, the Hemi and the LS do sound very similar. But as y'all can see, man, nothing abnormal. I gotta be honest, I was a little paranoid. The car had sat for a while. I didn't know if it had sat long enough to damage something or tear the engine up. I can say though, I don't even have a check engine light on. I don't even have a check engine light on, man. Let me show y'all the mileage, if it'll come up. Let me see. Will the mileage come up? There we go. Hold on. No, I keep going past it. 74,247. And we still got a half a tank of gas in it. So y'all can hear it. Don't even have the full exhaust on it. When I put the full exhaust on it, man, it is super quiet. I'm gonna sit y'all down and I'm gonna give y'all a few revs, and I'm gonna shut this thing down because I got to finish putting the drive shaft and the rest of the exhaust on it. Y'all hold tight for me. Alright guys, let me be honest about this video. Few things I lied about. First thing, this ain't, I didn't say this, but this video has been the term of about this probably been a month-long video in the making right here, but I made it seem like, not necessarily, I won't say I made it seem like it was shorter, but I put this all into one video. There's a lot of parts I had to get, I had to order, I had to wait on. A lot of stuff I just wasn't sure about. Had to do research on it. But so glad to have my baby back on the road, man. For another video that I did with one of my other cars, man. Until we get ready to go do the ride in that one, y'all check out one of these videos.